How's it going, listeners? Welcome back to our annual October series. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the new SCP game, Secret Files.
And also Modern Warfare Beta.
And the Steam Deck.
And yeah, there's a lot of stuff we have to talk
And we are
about.
starting a little early, 1 week early than we usually do. Because
Is it 1 week? Yeah, it is 1 week.
Yeah, because we'll have 5 episodes in this series this year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep it light on the Steam Deck stuff because we're already going to talk about it next week, probably, in detail.
Well, because I'm not getting mine.
You'll get yours, so you could talk about it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, mine, I bought it 10 days after Jay, or pre-ordered it, and mine is coming in a full week after.
I don't think it was 10 days. Oh, no. Yeah,
It was 10 days. He ordered
after.
it like the 20th, and you ordered it the 10th or something.
The weird thing is like, I got my email on Monday, but they didn't ship it until today. So, and today's Saturday. So I think they ship all of them on Saturday, no, regardless if you get it Monday or Thursday, or at least this week they did.
It took us 5 days to get it.
From
in total.
last
It was
Thursday.
6 days, actually.
No, we
ordered it on Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, so it is 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So it is 6. But
So hopefully you'll have it by Wednesday, possibly earlier. 'Cause
You might have
I know
it
some
earlier.
people are getting early. Ours sat in Illinois for like 2 days.
and then it was like in Ohio randomly.
Yeah, they brought it one state over.
Like, I don't know. It was just
after
really
3 days.
annoying, but
Yeah,
FedEx is terrible.
It's a nightmare watching like the progress of your package on FedEx.
I saw in the Steam Deck Reddit, people were saying it's worse waiting for your Steam Deck to arrive at your house than it is to wait for the reservation email.
Because it takes so long.
Because it's like you don't know what's gonna happen with your Steam Deck. Because with the email, it's like, oh, I can order it finally.
Yeah.
But with it like actually being delivered, it's like, oh, what if it gets stolen?
Yeah.
What if the truck crashes? What if
Yeah.
anything could happen?
I think the stolen part was the most worrying, or is
Yeah.
the most worrying. I haven't even gotten mine.
What's good is that they changed the packaging a lot. It used to say Steam Deck all over the package.
No, it didn't say Steam Deck. It said Valve.
Oh, yeah, but
But
that was
they
obvious.
removed all logos and stuff from the box.
There's one logo on the box.
Mhm.
Did you see that? The Steam Deck
On the
logo?
side.
Yeah.
But it's not very noticeable.
Now it kind of just looks like a replacement part package or something like that.
Yeah.
Like nothing conspicuous at all.
I briefly used it. I mean, Caleb and Jay have been using it, every night now, probably?
Pretty much, yeah.
But I briefly used it, and it feels so nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to wind down with it. Because like right before bed, you pull out your Steam Deck and you just get on the game, play it for a few minutes, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, next podcast is going to be Limbo. So,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
I gotta
play on the Steam
download
Deck.
that.
I did download it.
I don't think I own it. I gotta buy it.
I mean, I won't be able to play it till Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a short game anyway. So.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 hours, I think.
We also have the decorations up, and these are different from last year. We kind of upped them up just a tad. We got the
I like
spider on the logo.
Yeah, I like that spider a lot.
Even though it's not anatomically correct.
Yeah,
No,
but
not really, but it
funny.
looks cool.
The poison bottle.
And there's
Yeah.
4 eyes on it, anyways. So
What are
there's
those?
not even.
Is it the brain juice that smells like absolute
All
blood?
all of them
like
smell
butt.
bad.
It's
Like,
the
what do they
food
put in them?
coloring.
Oh.
So yeah.
Remember when we were younger and we're like, oh, I got an idea. Let's go get snow from
Yeah.
outside and put food coloring into snow and see if it tastes good.
We did
I've
that
done
at
that.
Caleb's house.
Yeah.
The 3 of us went to the top of that big hill next to your house and we dumped it in the
That
snow.
was disgusting.
We thought it would be
It's
good.
so gross.
Do you remember that snow cone maker I had?
Yeah,
I tried
where you
to
put
remember
the
that.
thing, you put the ice in there and you
Yeah.
crush the ice.
I want to get one now that I'm older.
Yeah,
Like I used to love that thing.
they actually make like better versions of it, like automatic versions.
Oh,
that like make snow cones
that'd
for
be
you.
awesome. Like having one in the kitchen, like a super
Yeah.
nice like snow cone maker.
You need to
That'd be
buy
nice.
like the pump things.
That
for
was the one thing. My mom wouldn't let me get those because they
and like
had
the
like
slushies.
because they had high fructose corn
Yeah.
syrup.
Oh yeah.
So that was always like, I don't know. I was always annoyed at that.
I haven't
Snow
had
cones
a
are good.
snow cone in years.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
The
I
closest
forgot they
thing
existed.
was it the closest thing I had to snow cones was the snow cone G Fuel that I had like a couple years ago, which
Remember
was I didn't like
slushies?
it.
Like gas station
remember that one.
slushies. They're
Gas
like
station?
snow cones, but
It's
in
like
a cup.
7, like the 7 gulp or big gulp. They called that.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Or just
it
ices.
Cumberland?
7-Eleven.
Or ices, yeah. They
Or
call it that
ices.
too.
You get ices at the movie theater or something like
Yeah. That polar bear logo,
Mhm.
whatever that one is. Is
Yeah,
that icy?
that's
Is that
icy.
the brand?
Icy.
Yeah. But yeah. So if audio listeners, if you're not using Spotify or YouTube, you should check out either one of those to see the decorations. It's
They look pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the
darker in
ambiance.
the room too.
Even
so-
in the control room, we got the red lights in there.
orange.
Ben, say hi.
Hi. It's technically orange, but
Ben didn't want to be here.
Yeah, it's
Ben was tired.
yeah.
No, you woke me up like 10 minutes before.
But no, Ben, I like every once in a while I'd go in the room and be like, Ben, and you like look at me.
You
and then
didn't
you
tell
close
me.
your
I
eyes.
forgot.
Every Saturday, Ben.
I'm not thinking about that when I'm literally still in bed, though.
I actually love Saturdays.
Yeah,
I don't
Saturdays
know.
are
They're
nice.
so
Today is nice in particular.
yeah.
It's super nice out.
I've been
Mhm.
keeping my sunroof open because it's actually like I know it's cold, at least, especially yesterday, but it's so nice.
Mhm.
Like I love how cold it is.
I know.
Me and Sam were fishing for like 4 hours yesterday.
Catch
no,
anything?
no, it's 3 hours. Yeah, I did actually. I caught a largemouth.
Really?
Are there different fish this time of year?
No, so I don't know. You know, I'm not like super educated on it. I think the sunny fish, like the pumpkin seed fish, they don't come out as much. I think largemouth are still eating because the winter's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. All I know is that I got caught on like 4 snapping turtles, and those
Wait,
snappers.
yesterday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
my.
are scary big.
They're
Dude,
dinosaurs.
I'm talking like bigger, like twice the size of a tire.
Yeah.
Like they're massive.
It's really bad.
I've
yeah.
seen one. I was walking over to that area and there was one sitting on the grass near that house over there.
That's scary.
And it was like ginormous. And I think I showed you the picture.
Yeah.
The tail looked
Looked
like a
like
dinosaur
Bowser.
tail. Yeah, literally.
Mhm. It's the closest thing we have to alligators up here.
Yeah.
True.
Accurate.
Um.
You guys want to talk about Modern Warfare?
Yeah, I love it. I'm
I
obsessed.
love it too. I honestly, it's my favorite COD from the last few years. Like
I like
I
it better
think
than
so.
2019.
I think I like it better.
2019.
I do too.
It's less sweaty. Well, although there are people that are sweaty in it.
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
something about it that reminds me of old COD.
It's the dolphin dive. It's the movement now, because like there
Yeah.
isn't slide canceling. I mean, you can
Mhm.
slide, somewhat cancel, but it's at your disadvantage.
Yeah, so we played the open beta for Modern Warfare 2. So it's not the full game yet, which the full game comes out October 28th.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you pre-order, I think you get early access to the campaign on the 21st of October.
Oh, really?
so we get
first.
to play the campaign early.
Mm.
So like we can focus on multiplayer when the game comes out.
That's
if we
actually
beat the
nice.
campaign beforehand.
You know what? I mean, I say this every week, but I might actually. I said this last week. I might actually try to play Modern Warfare the story mode over
Yeah.
the weekend. Because I'm not getting my Steam Deck until Wednesday, and I don't want to play Limbo until I have my Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm. It's only like 6 hours long, the 2019
Hmm.
campaign. So
And I got my new 3080, so
yeah, true. You can
Yeah.
play with RTX on.
yeah.
Which I mean, I don't really see that much of a difference, but
There was one
Um,
game where you had RTX on recently.
there was Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Oh, yeah.
It looked pretty good.
I gotta play those games.
I
are fun
beat
games.
all 4 of them, and like all of them under 8 hours each.
The Wolfenstein games remind me of a time where like it's like the 2010 years where there was all those FPS story mode games like Singularity.
Mhm.
That was a good. You ever play Singularity?
I know about it, but I've never played it.
The Exodus games or Exodus
Metro.
Metro
Yeah.
games. Those were.
I
mean, they are
heard
huge, but-
the first couple Metro games run really well on the Steam Deck.
Mm.
Do you guys ever play? You guys remember that Time Shift game?
Time Shift.
Quantum Break.
No, not Quantum Break. I know this is super off topic, but Time Shift. Yeah.
Titanfall 2.
No,
That's
but
Time Shift.
I
in
don't know
it.
if you guys remember this. Do you remember that game, Time Shift?
I think I've seen the cover
seen
at
the
GameStop.
cover.
Dude, I used to love this game. It was actually super it was like revolutionary for its time because like you can manipulate the time and like your surroundings.
Oh wow.
But that's the Wolfenstein games remind me of that time where you'd have all those FPS first like
Mm.
story games.
What I would say is I would play the New Order and then the one after that,
Old Blood.
Old Blood on the Steam Deck. Because they are
Really?
older and they're locked to 60.
It's very fast paced though, and I feel like it's gonna be kind of difficult to. I mean, you'd get used to it, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of hard to play
What?
the Wolfenstein games on the Steam Deck.
The first one wasn't that fast paced.
All of them are basically the same pace.
The last one was insane though.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it in a higher difficulty on PC.
Yeah.
But
Wolfen or Youngblood isn't really worth playing through.
Why?
It's okay. There's like not really a story to it. It's like more of like an RPG open world. Youngblood. It's the new one, yeah. That's why people didn't really like it that much. But I enjoyed it because it was I didn't really care for the story that much.
I like the theme.
Yeah, and just the gameplay was really fun in that. And the customization was a lot better, but
I don't know, but what is it? The second one, the new Colossus?
so yeah, Wolfenstein 2.
That game's amazing. One of the smoothest FPS games you'll ever play. It's just the effects are awesome. The movement is smooth.
The gore.
Yeah, the gore is insane.
The giblets.
Giblets?
Like their body breaks apart. Pieces of their bodies everywhere. Giblets. That's what they call it.
We gotta play Evil Within.
I've played the first one, and I played a little bit of the second one, but I
wanna
didn't
play
beat
those.
Another one that's good on the Steam Deck.
it.
Evil Within?
Yeah.
Oh, it's third person, isn't it?
It is, but it's 60
It's
FPS locked. The first one is. So.
I mean,
There's a game
that's
that
fine.
I was never interested in before, but now that I have the Steam Deck, I've been playing it. It's called Sleeping Dogs. It's like GTA. I think it's in China
I think so.
or Japan.
I've
one of
seen
those.
that.
I forget which one, but it's actually really fun.
Kind of looks like GTA 4 or like
Kind of,
San
yeah.
Andreas,
But
like
it's-
an older.
Yeah, it's focused on like melee combat and fighting moves and stuff because you can do some really sick combos and use the environment against you or against your enemies.
It's
So,
open
like-
world.
I always thought
Yeah.
that game looked like the Yakuza games.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but at least it's not all in like Japanese.
Did you beat Mafia?
No, actually not yet. I haven't really played it since I got my Steam Deck.
Hmm.
But I might download it on there and finish it.
The first one?
Yeah.
Ori.
Ori in the Blind Forest?
Yeah, that I want to play on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I think you downloaded that.
I
didn't you?
downloaded it, but I downloaded so many games, I just like don't. I
Kinda
haven't
overwhelming.
tried all of them. Like I've only
Yeah.
tried only a handful of them. So it's like it is overwhelming.
I mean,
seeing all of them
yeah.
on there.
There's something about having it on the Steam Deck that breathes like a new life into it.
Mhm.
Because like Fallout 4 is a game that I have about 24 hours in on my save, but I stopped playing it a while ago. But when I played on the Steam Deck, it's like this new world in the palm of your hands that you can explore.
Yeah.
Different than when you have it on a big screen. I don't know what it is.
I guess the way you experience it really like plays a big part. Like the small indie games like Limbo. I don't want to play it on my big
yeah.
dual monitor setup with a 3080. I'd rather play it in my hand, like on the bed, on my bed or something. Just changes everything.
It really does change the experience
It
in a
does.
good way too.
Yeah. Like you get, especially if you have the earbuds in, you get engrossed in it. And it doesn't feel like you're playing on a handheld.
I was switching between Steam Deck and PC, like testing it, because certain games that have cloud save, you can play on your Steam Deck and then you could just turn it off and then you get on your PC and continue where you left off on the Steam Deck. It's just a really cool experience.
Yeah. You mentioned before Fall Guys. I really want to play that on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
That'd be such a fun game to play together. Like
it would.
even if we're all in the same room. Just
we
like,
all just like we're at someone's house and we all pull out Steam Decks and play like
and
Stumble Guys.
multiverses. Have you guys
Stumble
tried
Guys.
that?
No, not yet.
No.
Ugh.
There's so many games to try on it. It's
I know.
crazy.
When we go to Vermont, we'll probably have one person Steam Deck on the TV and then other people playing.
Oh, with the controllers
have,
connected?
Yeah.
I have my dock.
Yeah,
I have a
that's true,
dock, so
yeah.
I can bring that along.
I'll bring my PS5 controller too, so multiple people can do that, and we can have like, was that 5 people playing?
Yeah.
Four
In
in total.
If we can connect PS4 controllers at the same time.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring my controller too.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But
Man, we went off.
we went totally off.
We were talking about Modern Warfare.
Not really. We had it on the list for today.
That is
But I mean,
true.
I would say Modern Warfare 2 is probably. I think it's my favorite so far.
Mine
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I don't know why it's mixed, honestly.
Because of the
Yeah.
crashes.
There are a lot of
and
crashes.
There are a lot of people that are like, "Oh, bring back slide canceling, blah blah blah. Bring back all this stuff that Modern Warfare 2019 had that they didn't put in this one."
Isn't slide canceling technically like an exploit?
Yes.
So why bring that back? It's something they patched technically.
I don't know. Well, here's what I'll say. I mean, I slide cancel a lot in Modern Warfare 2. No, Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone. Like I would slide cancel, B-hop, I do all that kind of stuff. And although there's like a part of me that kind of misses like being able to do that, I find it fun adapting to like this older original COD feel.
Yeah.
Like I am still B-hopping and a lot of people are doing that, but it's just not as like sweaty.
Yeah.
Because like you actually have to play a bit tactical. You'll die like if you don't.
What is it? If you dolphin dive, you cannot shoot your gun while you're dolphin diving. If you slide, you can't shoot your gun until you stop sliding.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of different things unless they add gung ho into the game, and
I was
that
gonna
would
say,
be broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if I say you can. I say if they do a perk, if they add like gung ho, do it to where like you can only hip fire if you're sliding, and even that like you have to be super close to the person, not like you're 10 feet away and you're sliding and you know.
Yeah, I feel like gung ho would be very nice in this.
As
game.
long as like the spread, as long as it's like you slide into a room and you shoot someone that's like right next to you, because then it might change up the style a bit.
Yeah, I just hope they like patch anything that allows you to slide cancel.
Yeah, I do notice that a lot of people are having issues with. They are catering like because they remove all these pushing mechanics like slide canceling and the tack sprint is like. Doesn't regen as fast and it's not as like right there for you. Also they made a change with like the what do you call it? The mini map system with the ping. Like if you shoot your gun, you can't see where that person is. It doesn't show a red dot. It shows like a direction or something.
Wait, does it? No, it shows a red dot.
I've seen red dots.
That's if you have a UAV. They changed something with I can't remember what it was.
I know if you have a decoy grenade, it shows up as a red dot.
Yeah, I can't
Decoy
remember.
grenades are my favorite thing.
They're pretty nice.
Yeah,
They're so nice because like let's say there's someone in a room, you can throw the grenade like into another entrance.
Yeah,
and then it'll start going off, and then it'll confuse them, so they'll turn around and you rush in and kill them.
Yeah,
that's what I use the thermite for. I block off entrances for things and then run in another entrance.
Yeah.
So like if there's 2 doors, I throw a thermite in the door and I run in the other side. And they're thinking I'm gonna try to like shoot them from that door, and I just run in and kill them from behind.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
but I love the tactical feel. My favorite weapon so far is the DMR, the Lackman DMR.
I haven't used that yet.
It's so fun because at first it was a little difficult to use, but after a little bit, when you learn to play more tactically, then you can shred people.
The Lackman line is sick.
Yeah,
You got to be level 16 to get to it, I think.
I haven't played enough to have that or to get that.
The first game I played yesterday, I used the Lackman DMR for the first time, and I got like, what is a 15 kill streak?
Ruthless?
Yeah, something like that.
I think.
And then I got
crazy.
a chopper gunner and then just like shredded everyone.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, I think they've done a lot of good things, but the one like I've seen some people complain, and this is mostly like professional players and like sweats, is like they kind of cater to campers. Have you guys run into a lot of camping people?
Oh, yeah.
Only in domination. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people do. They throw down their deployable cover in a hallway and it'll just sit there sometimes. But there's usually ways you can take them out.
There's always been campers.
Remember when we were watching the COD Next, and they were like, "Oh, they're literally I don't know why they said this, but they're like, oh, there's like 3 categories of players. There's like the runners or the rushers.
Yeah.
Then there's what was the name? What was
For campers?
Yeah,
Sentries?
sentries.
What?
They're like the sentries. They get to huddle down in a room and wait for people to
Did you
go
see the
into the
chat?
room.
Everyone's like
Yeah,
campers.
it's like just call them campers.
Sentries.
Like really? I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just really funny.
I have high hopes for Warzone 2.0. It's gonna be a lot more tactical. It's not gonna be as like crazy sweatville like it was in Warzone 1.
Have you played Invasion? The map.
Is that the one with
Invasion?
the
The AI.
No, I haven't. I saw Doc playing it a bit.
That map is gonna be a part of Warzone.
Oh.
So if you want to see like how the map is gonna be, just like a small section of it, go play Invasion, and you can just like kind of explore it.
I don't like
See
how
what
many
it is.
bots there are in that.
Yeah, the Invasion's kind of lame. I
The
don't
AI
like
is
it.
so bad on
Is
the
it?
bots. Like there was one time where I ran into a building and there were 3 of them standing on the stairs in front of me shooting the wall. And they didn't even see me or do anything.
It's so bad.
But
Yeah.
they're not good.
There's gonna be AI in Warzone 2.
Huh.
Which I mean,
Only at points. Yeah, I mean like there's gonna be like these strongholds where you can clear out, and then you get a reward for doing it. Like you can buy a loadout.
You can get your
weapon.
loadout or something.
That's cool. I like that.
But I think there's just a lot more options. And I think this is going to be I mean, we haven't played it yet, but I think this is going to be a good blend of like bringing in that old PUBG tactical feel, but then also like with the really good movement.
It'll keep the people that are already playing, plus bring people like you and I that weren't a huge fan of Warzone into that type of thing and give us something to do in there too.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that's going to be another one of those games where we just like stay up late and playing it.
I mean, even just the multiplayer in Modern Warfare as well.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of content in the game, plus the Spec Ops. I've heard people say that the they had like private screenings for some Spec Ops things, and they said the Spec Ops is like really
There's
good.
the rainbow mode too.
Yeah, it's in the beta. We haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
Wait, it's in there?
Yeah, it's called Prisoner Rescue.
Huh.
Oh, we got to try that. I haven't played much. It's unfortunate, but I just haven't. I had to beat this game.
I haven't tried it. There's also a search and destroy in there too, and then there's something else. I forgot what it was, but I think it's like those modes, except you just have to eliminate the other team.
Yeah,
and you only have one life, but you can revive all your teammates. That type
that's
of
cool.
thing. Huh. So it's pretty cool.
I gotta say that the gunsmith system, it's beautiful.
It's better than I thought it was gonna be.
It's really nice.
Super smooth.
I think the menus are kind of annoying sometimes.
They're awful right now. I don't know. It's so weird. Like the friend, the friend menu, so confusing.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like it, especially when you're trying to configure classes and someone else is the host, and they click an option and then it kicks you out of the menu, and you have to do it the entire thing again.
They should do a multiplayer, single player, Spec Ops, and Warzone, just like the 4 sections like they normally do. Instead of like throwing everything into like this weird categorized system. Like you can actually go into individual game mode playlists, or you can go into the quick play and then like filter out which playlists you don't want to be a part of. So I don't know how that system works. I don't know. It's very odd.
It's weird.
We got to grab some spicy noodles before it comes out officially.
Yes.
They're pretty nice.
And then at the end of this podcast, we also have some sour candies that we're going to try. Well,
it's sour things.
Yes. I mean, there's one that's in a black... Let me show you the black bag. This actually kind of worries me. It's just in an all black bag. I can't even remember what it was called.
At least it doesn't have a skull and crossbones on it.
Yeah. Yep. So this... we'll see how sour it is. And then we also have some like sour spray. I don't know.
We're just going to spray that on our tongues?
Yeah, I guess.
Pretty much.
Oh, no. Let's hope it's not concentrated.
I kind of want to do another one of those weird candies. That's
the
like
sour, the weird, the weird candy.
That's
podcast.
one of our best like highlights.
Yeah,
from
it was
our
fun
podcast.
finding those things.
I had
really
PTSD
fun.
from that weird
pizza
food
one?
No, I mean that was bad. But
it smells like the floor.
I mean the
at a
thing we
pizza
did
shop.
with the food, or was it liquids where Elena fed us random?
That one,
that was.
I didn't. Yeah, that made me feel sick.
I almost threw up.
I hate doing that type of thing.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think that the weird candy one would be fun. Maybe me or Jay could do it this time.
Yeah.
Find some.
Let's see what else there is.
Yeah.
Like the greasy pizza candy.
That actually was. That was pretty bad.
It was one of the worst.
I
That
can't
was
imagine
nasty.
anyone liking that.
Ugh. I don't know. I don't know how these people sell that.
I mean, people buy it because they're like, oh, sour candy or
It wasn't
weird,
sour,
weird
it's
candy.
Pizza one.
Yeah, weird candies. Let's just get them.
Yeah.
So
We can talk about SCP.
Yeah, let's do it.
Also, we do have an ad we can run whenever.
We're trying to figure out how to segue that in.
Yeah, I know. We gotta place
it's
it
our
in
first
sometime.
sponsor.
All right, well, here we go. Let's roll the ad. What's going on, listeners? We hope you're enjoying the podcast so far, and we want to quickly feature the sponsor for today's episode. This podcast is sponsored by Aura. Aura is an identity theft service and fraud protection for your finances, personal info, and family. It's easy to understand and simple to set up, and it's all in one place. Not many people know this, but every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity theft, and it has cost the US over $56 billion in 2020 alone. Well, with Aura, it gives you a secure password manager, identity theft protection, a VPN, antivirus, and more, all in one place. If you use our sponsored link in the description of this video and in this podcast episode description, you will get a free 2-week trial for Aura to test out the services. And if you decide you don't like it, there's no charge to you. Okay, well, back to the episode. I don't know. I guess that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, we'll just roll the ad. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We'll get better as we go on.
Yeah.
We'll figure stuff out.
So
how did you guys enjoy the game?
Okay. All right. I know we all have our issues, but
We should start with explaining to them what the game is first.
so SCP Secret Files is a single-player SCP game where you play as a character named Carl. You just got hired as an archive agent or something at the SCP Foundation.
Well, no, you met a dude in a restaurant
Yeah.
that randomly.
He's like, you want to work at SCP?
at SCP? And you're like, yes.
That's how it happened. That's how it works.
And then you go. It's like,
yeah. I mean, it was a very cool start though. Like getting into the SCP Foundation or whatever, it was like, it was kind of exciting.
Yeah, I was very hyped for it actually. When it was that whole sequence of the elevator going down and you see all the different SCPs in the cells.
Yeah.
And there's that music playing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I gotta say that I'm kind of mixed on the game. I'll just say that outright. But after I got a good night's sleep, because I made the mistake again where I had to beat it before the night that we're recording, and that's always a bad idea. Like, because then that taints your that taints your opinion on the game because you're so annoyed because you have to beat it. But after a good night's sleep, I don't know. I have some positives about it.
Yeah, there are
Or
a
some
few
hopes,
parts
like-
of the games that I actually like
Yeah.
like the ending section. I mean, we could talk about it. Like
Okay.
the Roblox
Oh yeah.
part.
That was strange.
I actually kind of enjoyed that part. It's kind of funny.
I guess we could have a spoiler section ish.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't very much of a reveal or whatever. At the
Yeah.
end. It wasn't much of a
Well,
conclusion.
basically, what this game is, like, it's about the secret files of SCP. So that's what the game's called. But basically, if you don't know what Evoland is a game that starts out as like, it looks like a Game Boy game. And as you play and you get more things, it like changes.
That kind of changes art styles. Not necessarily art styles, but almost like it jumps in the future in terms of art styles.
Yeah.
It's more like Inscription, where it completely changes the gameplay in the genre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I forgot about
So there's
Inscription.
like 3 different genres.
But yeah, it constantly changes the graphic style, just the way the game plays. It just changes constantly.
I actually
which-
didn't mind that, except for one.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yes, the one that you couldn't play, basically.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know. Yeah, you're just basically going through these different files and you're experiencing those SCP stories.
I mean, it sounds pretty interesting, but
It does.
But it's not really a horror game, except for
There were-
maybe the first 2.
Well,
yeah,
Yeah. The first one.
the first one was like more
kind of.
like mystery, like you don't know what's
Yeah.
going on type of thing. But it's not horror.
So how many of those SCP story files were there? Like 4?
There was one, the first one, which
Truck.
is the desert one.
Yeah.
Then there's the
Mannequin one. Not mannequin, but
Yeah.
the doll
mannequin one. Then there was the dragon one, the box one. So that's 3. Then there was the little girl one.
I actually like that
And
one a
then
bit.
I felt like that one dragged on a little too
It-
long.
Yeah.
Most of them did.
And then the Roblox looking one.
Yeah. So
There was
there's
like
4.
5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
But
I don't know. I don't even know how to like dive into it.
we could talk.
Kind of
Start
all over
start
the
talking
place.
about the first one.
I was
Yeah.
overall kind of like negative about the game. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy most of them. So, but we can try to find like the positives in it because there
Well,
were some positives.
We could talk about each of the different sections.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
We'll go through them like that.
Yeah, because I don't want to bash on the game because it does have a lot of merit to it, and it actually gets me excited for the future of SCP games. But there are just things that could have been done much better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first one is what? Like you're a D class and you're in a desert or something.
You're in a desert. Yeah. It's like you wake up. You're supposed to be there you're there for 30 days. So like I think you're a death row inmate.
Mhm.
Isn't that what
All
they
D
said?
class are like death row inmates.
Yeah, but you're a death row inmate, and what your goal is just to go out into this desert and clean up trash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what the main goal of the whole section is.
You know, what I noticed about this game is that they make you do sequences repeatedly.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 times until something finally changes. I think most of them have that in common. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because they have you clean up trash like at least 3 times. Maybe 4.
But you don't have to get as much every single time. It gets lower and lower each time you go in, so it doesn't take as long.
But they could have done it much better.
I liked what they did, how they kind of introduced something different as you went along. Like the second day, like there's something different with the character, and the third day is like something was obviously wrong, you know.
And then you find something new that you've never seen before, like a new piece of garbage, or I mean, okay, like you have to play the game to know exactly what we're talking about.
Well, I'm trying to. Yeah, I think if for those of you who don't know,
we don't have to do a spoiler section. We can kind of just go through it.
Yeah,
like
but
how it is.
Yeah. Well, okay. So then we should probably just preference this by saying that there will probably be spoilers. Although the spoilers aren't really a big deal because
you can literally just look up the SCPs online and read about them anyways.
Yeah, and so quickly, for those of you who don't know, SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. It's about a foundation that contains anomalies and basically protects the outside world from knowing what they are. So each of these stories is based on an SCP. The first one was based on an SCP, and the SCP was this desert.
The whole SCP was a desert.
Yeah. So it could be anything. It could be a monster. It could be
an item.
It could be an item. Yeah. It could be a desert.
Now, did it ever explain where it was?
I don't
That's
think
usually
so.
classified in even the SCP files, so no.
What, Ben?
Usually even in the Wikipedia articles, that's censored out.
I would assume it's in some sort of other dimension. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Because the people said that the reason they're sending all these people out was to clean up the garbage and also experiment. But the main reason was to clean up the garbage. Because if like, I think they said every 8 minutes it refills. So if they keep letting the trash build up, it'll eventually spill into the known universe or something.
Oh.
And it'll start like destroying the world.
Huh.
So like they constantly have to have people go in and clean up the garbage.
There wasn't that much garbage for that to be a threat, though.
Yeah, but it's like every 8 minutes garbage. But if people stop doing it, then it'll just eventually fill up. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it said in the files.
I didn't read. Unfortunately, that's the one thing. When I woke up this morning, I was like, man, I kind of wish I read more of the content because then I feel like I would have had a better understanding.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked the idea of the desert, but like
I like that one. Yeah,
me too.
So as you go on and you keep picking up garbage, this desert keeps like messing with your brain, and you eventually get to the point where you find like a cocoon on the ground or like this weird wired up thing.
It's a coil.
Yeah, and you don't know what it is, and you're very confused. And then the next day you go out and you find it again, and then you kind of go crazy. And then you push yourself and you go outside into the desert and you just run until you find like this telephone booth thing.
Yeah,
and then you pick up the phone and then you turn into you go up to that guy in that room, and then you turn into a coil, and you find out that all these coils that you've been picking up the whole time were dead people, and you literally just throw them into an incinerator.
Yeah,
and it's constant, like this change.
Well, I actually like the ending of that one because, like you said, each of the days that you're playing, you do the same thing. You pick up trash and you bring it to the incinerator, and then you burn it. So like you find these coils, and then at the end you find out that you yourself is a coil. So, and then they reveal it that there has been no D class that have ever left that area. So like all the past people before you were burning them, and they were alive.
Yeah,
you notice that?
Yeah,
because like your eyes open while you're in that coil.
It's kind of freaky.
It was, yeah.
But what is it? There was also something about the people didn't last more than 20 days. That's why they give you 30. So you basically are guaranteed to die, pretty much.
Yeah, they promise. That's always been a thing. They promise the D class freedom if they
make it through the 30 days,
but they never do.
It's pretty much guaranteed that the D class is gonna die.
Oh yeah, they're just there to be experimented on and used for their work.
So I wonder if that SCP in the first area, the reason that they even send people there is to like take care of the trash and feed that desert.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only reason.
It's weird.
You were also picking up pieces of the car too.
The old cars?
Yeah.
Oh,
from D class before.
I never noticed that.
I think that was all the trash there was. It was
like
only
a
car
tire.
pieces. Mm-hmm.
Then
Like
why
that.
did it say that the actual desert, unless they have that for everybody reading, that it makes garbage every 8 minutes?
I don't know.
I don't know. They
That's
didn't do a good
confusing.
job of showing that garbage thing because there
Huh.
wasn't that much garbage.
And all of these are based on SCP files from the massive SCP log of-
Universe.
Yeah.
They didn't stay 100% true to all the SCPs.
Mm-hmm.
They took a lot of liberties with them, which it's a Creative Commons project, so like anyone can do whatever they want.
Which I don't know
Yeah.
how they monetize.
Yeah, how did
the
they?
game.
They're not. SCP doesn't allow you to monetize because it's.
but they
like
can
public-
monetize.
Well, Pandemic
know.
monetized, so I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I thought they couldn't because there was a guy in Russia or whatever that was like monetizing on it, and they
He tried, yeah.
something like that.
No, I think he tried to copyright them.
Oh,
I think that's what it was. But
that
I'm
would
pretty
be
sure you can still monetize them.
Yeah, as long as you change up. Yeah, I don't know. If someone was to own the SCP like universe as a whole, that'd be huge.
They'd make billions.
Yeah.
I also liked how that one had the Borderlands art style.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
cell
hard-
shading.
Well, it was a shock almost the first time you saw it,
Yeah.
because like you like start in the SCP Foundation and the graphics look really good.
Mhm.
Like the reflections are nice, the textures are good, and all of a sudden you go into this thing and you're playing Borderlands. I'm like
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah,
confused.
I kind of liked
But
it though.
It's cool.
I like how they changed it up like that. Except
Yeah.
for obviously.
It was a bit jarring at first, but then I got used to it.
Yeah,
It was kind of nice.
and then the what did you say? Like when you were on the call with the doctor and you're like in the meeting, and he's like explaining everything. You're like
What in the
thirst
world?
trap anime.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
the thirst
anime
trap?
images?
Yeah, like okay, so like they're explaining the story. Like you're in a meeting or something, and they explain the story, and then it swaps between them explaining the story and you actually playing as that D class in that scenario. And everyone's profile picture in that meeting was like thirst trap anime profile picture.
Yeah.
They had like these like crazy hairstyles and like they had like thirst trap glasses with like.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is happening? What are
it turned
these-
into an anime dating simulator.
Yeah,
or something.
literally. That's what it looked like.
pretty much.
The dialogue was also pretty awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
Like during those meetings, when they would ask a question, it would be like a really specific question.
Yeah.
Or there are sequences where you're typing on the computer to your coworkers, or
They say
even with your
random stuff.
boss, and he's like, "Will do, boss. I won't disappoint you."
Yeah,
Like really
I-
weird stuff like that.
I know. I hate. It's supposed to be like a chat board or whatever, but they're
Which
like,
is a cool idea.
I like that,
Yeah.
but the dialogue was weird.
Mhm.
Wait, what you guys think about the when you're on the computer and you have to like click the
yeah.
red things and put them into the file
don't
It's
know.
just busy
section?
work.
I sped run that. I was like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
we
was
get
like,
past it.
Waiting on the next red one. As soon as I heard the beep, I would just
I
click it
think
over.
you're supposed to read them.
I never read them. I was just like, really?
The
The
reviews
problem
on
is, well,
Steam
there's
say
a lot of.
What, Ben?
the reviews on Steam say it's more of a graphic novel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree
Which
with that.
I am fine with that for games. There's a game called Disco Elysium that was literally made by a writer who wanted to make a game in graphic novel form.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of reading and a lot of dialogue, and I love that game.
I just looked up the licensing thing. They have to credit what SCPs they used with the actual link, and they can't use 173, which is Peanut's original likeness, which is actually copyrighted because that
Who
isn't
copyrighted that?
the original creator, because it was actually just a sculpture somebody made.
Huh.
Huh.
Interesting.
I do like how they didn't add, every SCP game like adds SCP-173, Shy Guy.
They had the same ones every time.
Yeah, it's the same 4 main ones. I mean, I love them because they're terrifying, but I like to see like other ones because there's so many.
I like
Yeah.
what is it in Pandemic? if you go into a random bathroom, there's the toilet SCP.
Oh yeah.
You know, the butt eating one?
Yeah, he's like, you just go into the bathroom and you hear, I want to eat your butt.
Was that Pandemic or is that another one?
That was Pandemic.
That's not even out yet, is it?
It's in early access.
I don't know. We tried to play that.
We
but
kept falling through the floor.
It was broken.
It was bad. I think they fixed it, but I'm
I don't
gonna
know
wait
about
till it
that
like
one.
fully comes out to actually play through it.
Probably play through it. It's just I don't know. Nothing really stuck. Do you know what I mean? It felt very like monotonous. Like you
It's
just
like,
shoot
here's a
zombies
gun,
and then
here are the things running at you at the same
and then
speed
you,
every
like,
single
run
time.
through the. Yeah, it didn't feel very like.
Yeah, it was very
progressive.
robotic, but it's a cool game though.
Yeah. So
What was the second one?
I actually liked the second one.
Second one was the like what do they call it? It was
It was
it started with a
Hanged
P.
it was the location was called Pony
Pony
Station.
Pony
Yeah.
Station.
That one I liked because like
there was the part in there that was really irritating.
yeah
though.
I know.
But other than that, that whole section was pretty good.
Well, I kind of wish.
It gave me It vibes when you saw like you walked into that room with the hanging people.
Yeah, that's true.
It gave me very It vibes.
That one was probably the most horror like what did I just say? The horror aspect.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I just stopped myself. The most horror aspect of the game. But I enjoy like the first. I was very excited to get into that because like you play as like what is her name? Betty or something.
I don't remember.
Betty Sparrow, whatever. And you're out. It was very Resident Evil or like
No,
Outlast.
it was very In Sound Mind.
In Sound.
Yeah, I was thinking that the
You
entire
said
time.
you said it the other day because like remember in Sound Mind the dummies or the dummies
Yeah.
that kept moving in that one section of it.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that game.
That game did the dummy part a lot better.
Yeah.
A million times better.
They didn't overuse it
Yeah.
like this game did.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a little overused in this one.
Yeah, but just starting out, like you're walking up the Pony Station and you see this massive like, it's kind of like a mansion thing. What was it
But
originally?
it reminded me of an insane asylum.
Yeah,
I didn't know what it was.
but it's very like Outlast.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when you first drive up to the place and then you get inside.
yeah.
I didn't like the doctor's office thing though. Where you're like
Oh.
sitting in the bed and they're like talking to you
Oh,
about
those people.
where's the black box.
Yeah, those people were acting like they had no clue what the SCP Foundation was.
Yeah,
Even though they were a part of it, they're like, "How can this be? Stop lying to us!"
Yeah.
And they perfectly know that things can wipe your brain.
I didn't like how that segmented that area into multiple different parts, and I didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of wish it was just one straight full experience. Because like
Yeah.
every time it jumped back to that and then back into it, I'm like, oh, it made me want it to end sooner rather than like being able to experience going through that whole facility and like,
Yeah,
you know, in all one big chunk.
it was a good part though.
I did like it. That was like some parts kind of like were scared. No, that's I don't know. It was
Remember
creepy.
because they had puzzles in it. Like they actually you had to find the code for the door.
Yeah.
A couple doors. You had to like figure out where the keys are.
Kind of reminded me a little bit of Resident Evil because like when
Yeah.
you pick up an item, you can spin it around and like look at it. That was cool.
But yeah, that was really the only. It was decently long, right?
Yeah, it was.
I think that was like one of the longest ones. Maybe the second longest.
What even was the SCP? Was it
The Hanged King.
Was it the guy in the straitjacket? Or
I don't
was
even know
he-
what the SCP was, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't either.
What was the entity? Like, what was it?
Was it the rope? Was it the noose?
It was the Hanged King guy.
Yeah, but then there was the
thing.
dummy with the crown that was hanging.
I don't know.
I don't know what the SCP was.
Hanged King, that is the SCP.
You know that SCP, Ben?
I'm just looking it up.
So what is the thing? Like, what is
Yeah, what does he do?
tangible SCP?
Because in the game, they had the dummies put on some sort of play where they hanged the king, and then they were cheering.
Yeah.
But then the lady started like, "Oh, I want the noose around my neck. I want to feel the
She
air."
became the Hanged King or whatever.
I don't know. It was like
Because the black box became her.
The entity is the play.
Oh, the play.
Hmm.
huh.
That's actually kind of weird. That's interesting. The play
But
is
there's
the
always a tragedy that happens after it's like during this performance and after.
So the play is called The Hanged King.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Hanged
that's
King's
why
tragedy.
That's why the director got all those volunteers to come into the facility, and then they all hung themselves. That was the tragedy at the end of the play.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of cool.
I like that better now that I know the actual SCP.
Yeah,
I
'cause
kind of like that.
I thought the straitjacket guy was
That's
the
what I was
dude
thinking.
making everybody hang themselves.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's
What
I
was that
thought.
guy though?
He showed up in the later one too.
The guy that was like on fire.
Oh wait, no,
Wait, what?
he didn't show up. Well, who was the straitjacket guy then?
That was the king.
No, it wasn't.
Who was he? I'm
Was
pretty
it
sure it's the king. I saw a crown.
Ben said the play was the king.
Well, I mean,
but he is the king in the play.
Yeah.
Because I saw a crown on him when he grabbed me. Because I died a couple times.
Oh, I guess he is then.
Why was he on fire?
Caroline era revenge.
No, that was the
tragedy.
later on. That was some electric guy with the.
Yeah.
That was in the
girl.
the girl
Girl one.
Oh.
SCP one.
I thought the guy was on fire. The Hanged King, maybe not.
Wait.
He might have
so
been.
What's that, Ben?
Performances of the play are associated with sudden, psychotic, and suicidal behavior among both observers and participants, as well as the manifestation of a mysterious figure classified as SCP-701-1. That's probably what you're talking
So
about.
Okay,
so
so
it's
he-
kind of is.
So the
SCP.
play isn't the SCP. It's the guy that's
Well,
starting
no.
the play.
01 is...
Oh, 1 is the play, then -1 is the SCP in the play.
701 is the play, -1 is the entity.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of cool though. I like that now.
Yeah, I like it better.
I like how the play is the SCP. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I was very confused. I was like, what is this play they're doing right now?
Yeah, I think, I think it's probably on me for not reading as much material, but I think they probably could have. The thing is, like games like that, they need to tell people that don't read the information what's happening, and then if people that want to read the information get more of what's happening, or like get more information.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it pulls like a Dark Souls where there's like basically no storytelling,
Yeah.
and it's up to you to figure out what's happening with the lore.
Mm-hmm.
It could be that.
Yeah,
They
but
could be
this is
trying
a
to go for
story
that type
game,
of thing.
though.
That is true.
You know what the name of the first one was?
What?
The first SCP?
It was the desert. Look up like desert SCP.
Desert SCP.
I don't know. It was literally a desert. Like, what do you say? 2,600 square miles or something? Or,
Something like that. And there's a city in it too.
754.
Yeah. But it was covered. It was all covered up.
7,450.
I like the second one though.
Yeah, the second one was pretty good.
Yeah.
But then
when I
you,
hear
like,
of the
become
rest
the
of them,
black
it just
box
shows
or
really weird
something.
ones.
yeah.
Which
Oh,
apparently
yeah, that
wasn't.
I don't get how that worked.
So she
But
is.
they
the
left
play?
her. They left her in the hospital bed. They just left her.
How does that SCP jump from thing to thing? Like,
No, I don't think the black box is the SCP. I think it's. Actually, I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
Well, so a black box is like an actual thing they have in airplanes that tells how the plane went down. It's supposed to survive
yeah.
the explosion. But since she made it out alive, technically she was able to tell them what happened in the station, and therefore she was the black box. She fulfilled the role of the black box.
Oh, okay.
That's what I took away from it.
Huh.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
So yeah, because I don't think she actually found the black box, but she lived to tell the tale, and she was able to explain what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. Unless I'm missing something with the actual SCP, but that's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Because I want to talk about the third
No.
one.
This holds the most negativity for me, and like,
yeah, it does.
of the entire
For all
game.
of us, I think.
It's literally okay. So you know the SCP though, Jay, right? It's the What is it?
There be dragons.
There be dragons. But they made it a storybook where you press D to turn the pages of the story, and they make you play the penny whistle
Yeah.
5 times.
There's like a little mini game mode where you have to like. There's like A,
It's like Guitar
S,
Hero.
D, W,
Yeah.
F, and spacebar, and like click or something, and they have you play like this long song, but they have you do it like 7 times.
Yeah, it was a lot, and it wasn't even timed right.
Yeah.
Like you select the note like correctly at the right timing, and it doesn't even correlate with the music correctly.
it's completely at random.
Pretty much.
I did not like this one.
Now, I know the There Be Dragons SCP is a pretty popular one, and a lot of people like it just because it is wholesome. It's actually a lot shorter than what they gave in the game. where basically it just talks about the box and how the dragons came out. There was no dragon named... Wait, what did they name the dragon?
Penny.
Penny, yeah.
Because of the penny whistle.
Yeah, there was no dragon named Penny. It was just the dragons in general. And they came out of the box and they talked to... It was kind of implied that it was in a kid's room in a way, because like they were talking to someone, but they didn't say who they were talking to. And they saved the world from the creatures that were in their other realm. But at the end of the story... all the dragons died, and the name of the box changed to There Were Dragons instead of There Be Dragons, and that wasn't shown in the game.
I feel like that would be a lot better.
Yeah, that's how it was, because it was kind of implied like these dragons were humanity's protectors, and they were kind of like friends of humans, but they ended up giving their lives for humanity. And then it was kind of like a sad ending. People really liked that one.
They kind of messed it up in the game then.
Yeah, it ended with the kid playing the penny whistle for like a little talent show or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is that?
I don't know. It was weird. And it was like 45 minutes long.
Yeah, like, what is it? The paper dragons came out and you had to like paper mache their wings together.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. It's like,
I feel
really?
like
It was some busy work.
I feel like it would have been better to, if they were going to do that, either make it short like the actual SCP is, or make it to where like there were certain areas where it would break away from the storybook like feel, and you go first person in the kid's perspective and like do a few things. I feel like maybe if they played it out that way where it's more interactive, or just kept it super short like it is in the actual SCP.
Yeah, because I read it afterwards to see like what was similar, and there's almost nothing similar except for the core aspect of the dragons.
They tried to change it around to make it their own story.
They should have just chosen a different SCP.
No, it would have been fine if they kept it true to the actual SCP.
I mean,
If they
the
did
next
it-
ones just seem weird for what they're trying to go with.
Which ones?
Like the toaster and then the dragons just don't seem like they correlate between the first
it
two.
wasn't a horror one, but it is about various SCP stories. So, I mean...
Well, I mean, the desert one doesn't correlate with the hangman. Like, I don't think any of the
I can't
SCPs
even
are
find
supposed
anything
to...
on the desert one, so either they made it up or...
Maybe they might have.
I don't think they advertised the game as horror, though. They just advertise it as SCP.
Didn't.
But the first two were creepy though.
Yeah.
Like I feel SCP doesn't have to. It doesn't necessarily need to be horror. I mean, a lot of like what people associate with it is horror, but there are like a
It's
lot
like
of
mysterious.
Yeah, it's mysterious.
No,
And
I will say that the way they presented the third story was like 3-year-old game.
yeah.
And it did not fit with the one previously about people hanging themselves.
I think they put a lot of effort into that one. I'll be honest, because it does look like they did a lot with it, but it just was not.
I think they put too much effort in.
Yeah, it was too long. I wanted to get past it, and I guess some people might have been able to enjoy it.
You were like, why do I hate this kid?
Yeah, I'm like, I hate everything that's happening now. I was so annoyed. I don't know. The third one was just, it was not
It was
good.
just a giant storybook.
And like
That's
I said,
literally what it is.
I think if they were to omit that from the game, I would have had a way higher opinion of it.
Because the next part wouldn't have felt so long.
That is true.
Yeah, by the time I got to the next one, I wanted the game to stop.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's 2 more.
Yeah, there are 2 more.
So the storybook one was the worst of all of them, I think.
Yeah.
We don't have to dwell on that one for very long.
I don't even want to.
Like, I knew you were going to hate it when I was playing it. 'Cause I looked over at your screen when you were playing it.
And I looked over, I looked at you, I was just like, what is this? It's like, please.
I saw him playing the penny whistle part, and he just looked so bored and just kind of like tapping it. Because it wasn't difficult in the slightest.
No.
They made you do it so many times.
And there were sequences in the middle where it would go to first person, and you had to throw the ball back to the dragon, but he wouldn't throw it to you
I'm like-
sometimes. You're
I
like,
was so
"Come on,
confused.
throw the ball. Like, they just kept going on and on.
Pretty much.
That was weak. That was weak sauce.
Yeah, I wish you could have chosen them or like skipped.
Yeah. Like
That would've been
from
much
the
better.
computer, you can choose which one you wanted to play.
Yeah.
But then we would have clicked it, and then we would have to play through it anyways because.
Or
we wanted
make
to
I
you-
would have stopped it if I
Yeah,
had
or
the
like
That
make
is
you be able to
true.
stop it, maybe save your progress and come back to it or whatever.
Yeah.
That would have been better. Yeah.
Was it the fourth one?
Yeah.
I like that one, actually.
What SCP was that based off of?
I don't know.
Wait,
Then-
was that the toaster?
No.
No, the little girl.
Oh, yeah, that's a... Wait.
Do you know that one?
I do know what that one is.
What is it?
I don't know the number, though.
Basically, it's a little girl that can manipulate.
053.
You can manipulate like time, or not time. It can manipulate the
Material.
material around
Yeah.
them.
Wait, was that a giant brain at the beginning?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I thought it was like a giant brain.
I thought it was like one of those kind of like a cocoon or something
Huh.
that like maybe her being is inside and then she can like progress or like put like a little like she manifests in a little girl's body maybe. I'm not 100% sure what it is.
No physical contact is to be made with SCP-053. I'm reading the actual archive or whatever here.
Yeah, I think that one was another one that was drawn out too long.
It was. There were 5 doors that you had to go through, and each one you had to get like a piece of this wind up. What is it? I forgot. My brain is like farting right now.
Oh, your brain is farting.
Yeah.
A
music box.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to find like 5 pieces of a music box and then make a carousel out of it. But then every single door you go through, like you learn more about the story of this SCP, and it like progressive. It gets a little bit. It goes a little bit too long. The elephant though, that's the best part.
Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah.
The where you go into this kind of circus like.
Because you're in her consciousness.
Yeah. And there's like an elephant, but all its body parts are like disproportionate, and you gotta like move the body parts back into its normal size or something. But it looks really funny.
Apparently, from the listing here, or the actual story, anyone who comes into contact with her or is around her for more than 10 minutes will rapidly become irrational, paranoid, and homicidal. I don't know. I didn't.
What about the
see that.
lady?
Yeah, I mean,
Lady was always around her.
I think they get crazy around her, like because the story revolves around 2 like directors, and they swap between taking control over this project. One of them dies because of SCP-053.
Well,
the
she
other one
couldn't
is
control herself. She couldn't stop.
but they
making the tree.
Yeah, they kept pushing her to her limits or whatever, and then eventually one of them died
or something.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I thought the circumstances were weird.
the reason she died was because the guy wouldn't open the door.
Yeah.
But the whole way they went about it, like she was looking at him through the door and the guy was staring at her, and they had this like 10-minute long conversation. Yeah. And it was kind of awkward. Like, I have to leave you here because you took this into your own hands.
Yeah.
And it just kept going on. And I'm like, please just leave her.
Yeah. It's just like running around. And it didn't even like, I don't know what they did with the whole light figure thing. Like,
Well, I guess it was probably to save money on animation and the facial animations as well. Because they would have to do a lot of motion capture if they wanted to have
actually,
it
I don't
look normal.
mind that because I'd rather it be the light figures that they did rather than like a really uncanny looking animated figure.
Yeah.
Well, what about that one like electrifying dude?
That was kind of
Like he was just thrown in
it
there.
wasn't scary.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Like what is it?
There
When
wasn't
you're-
just one though. There were like 6 of them
It's
in
the
that
same
room.
guy.
Yeah.
It was the same dude. It might be an SCP. Who knows?
I don't
Ben, you
know.
can look and see if it is.
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I'm looking at the
Um,
listing now and I don't see anything related to those
But, like,
dudes.
What is it?
I died at that part.
like
'cause-
you run through all those doors and like it's like trial and error almost.
Yeah.
Like you go through and the dude's there and you're like, you gotta go this
Well, you
this
have
hallway.
to follow.
The exit signs, right?
No, not that one. The exit signs are in the second one. You have to follow the wire on the ground.
Oh,
But
I didn't even notice
but
that.
still, the guys are right in the path of the wire. So when I was following it, like I died a couple times because they were standing in the path and I couldn't get by.
mm-hmm.
So they just throw them in your path, and I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like,
Turn around and go
Kite
the
them
other
or
direction.
something? Yeah.
I don't know.
From the actual, well, they actually really took a lot of liberties here. Apparently, she doesn't even have the power of crushing cars and doing all that. It's just that people are suicidal or whatever. Like if they touch her, they'll die or something. I don't see anything about her being able to create a tree or.
What about the
Which is
giant
fine,
brain
but-
thing? Like, what is that?
I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here that indicates that she's.
Because like when you go, because when you're actually exploring this part, you're Carl, you're
Yeah.
the main guy. If you go down and you go into her consciousness, but before you go in, she's like floating.
Wait, you're Carl?
No, you're not Carl.
You're not Carl.
Yeah, you are.
You're a D
No,
class.
Yeah, you are a D class.
Yeah, you're a D
not.
class. You are a D class.
Based on the ending, you're a D class.
You're
You
Carl.
have to be. You're not though.
You're not Carl because at the end he gets her powers.
And then goes to kill everybody.
You're not Carl. I
What?
promise. There's
Yeah.
no way. You're not Carl. You're D class.
You're a random D class that's just exploring the consciousness.
The guy, remember at the end, he's like, the guy that was working with you, he's like, all right, we're going to bring you back to containment. And then you're like, we'll see in this life or something. And then he like levitates the barrel or whatever. You can see that he has the powers.
It's implied that he's gonna kill everyone in the room and try to escape.
Oh,
You're not,
I thought you were
Garrett, you're
Carl. You walk out of the room and go take the elevator. Or is that towards
that's
the
the
end?
last one.
Yeah, that is the very last one.
That's the last one
Oh,
where you go
that's
to the computer.
weird.
You don't leave that room until the last SCP.
Oh, I thought you were Carl there for a second. You were fixing it, but
I actually didn't mind this one though. This SCP.
Yeah,
I mean, it was interesting.
drawn out.
It was interesting, but it was a little long.
And there is that weird. Well, you hated the puzzle.
What was the puzzles? That
I-
was annoying.
I actually like those puzzles normally, but I didn't
played
like the way
Witness,
they.
I didn't
so
like
I
them.
love. I
I didn't like how they implemented them. Like you would go to a door and try to open it, and then it would make you do a puzzle.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Well, that was to like connect reality or whatever was going on.
I don't know.
But
I didn't like it.
I didn't like the end part where the car is flying at you and you have to do that little timed. You have to click it at the right
It
time.
was all the same button. It was
Yeah,
all E.
yeah. Everything was the same.
It
button.
was all E.
But like I missed one of them and then I died, so I had to restart it. Ooh, get that candy.
Mm.
And I think the last one you're supposed to fail. Like I don't think there's any way to actually get it.
No.
But there is a little option there, so I wonder what would happen if you actually got it. Is there another ending?
I don't know.
I think there's only 2 endings in total. I mean, to the full game.
Yeah.
I don't know about the individual SCP sections. There might be multiple, but
I would think that they wouldn't have that because
Hmm.
eventually you get the very last one. You have that sliver.
Some of the achievements are like that though.
Oh.
It's like gain a perfect score in the penny whistle, and
no,
like
gain a score of like 5,000 in Penny Whistle.
pretty sure that's perfect.
What?
Is it?
Yeah, because
Oh.
I got a pretty high score, but I don't think I got that.
Well, when I beat it, I only had 3 achievements left.
Huh?
One of them is like don't die to the hanged SCP.
Which
guy.
so you have to play the entire thing, and if you die by that really annoying part, you got to restart it.
That was
Yeah.
nearly impossible.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to
You had
do
to
it.
trial and error that. I had to do that like 10 times or something.
I was getting so mad at
It
it.
was really irritating. But
We can talk about the last one now.
yeah, it's my favorite one. I think
That one was funny.
it was funny. There's no horror at all in it, but basically the game turned into like Roblox Paint the Town Red
Yeah,
escapists.
It's like that
yeah.
one free Unity character pack that
Is
you
it-
always see in like free games.
Is
Is
it?
that what they used?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
exactly what they used.
huh?
Huh.
I don't know, but basically it's an above view, and you're looking at like this Roblox looking character, and then you get like a page.
You're a D class in a cell.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the guard takes you out to go look at an SCP, and it's a toaster. And so you get done with the toaster, and you're talking to the scientist in charge, and you're just like, I'm a toaster, man. And they're just talking about how you're a toaster, and they send you back to your cell, and you're like, man, I need to toast this bread right now, but I need electricity. So you get some wire and stick it in the electrical outlet and kill yourself.
So the SCP, Ben, you know what the number of that one?
Let me see.
The SCP is a toaster, and anyone who comes in contact with it
Oh no, just looks at it.
just looks at it, refers to themselves
426.
as a toaster, and they eventually kill themselves because
It's 426.
426, yeah.
yeah, and they think that they're a toaster.
But they do this 3 times. So you go to the same toaster 3 times. Or, well, the last one you don't. But,
Another example of the repetition they do.
yeah. And you
Yeah.
die 3 times. Like the second one, you're like this older lady, and you're a D class. And then you okay, so you see the toaster, and now you refer to yourself as a toaster. You believe you're a toaster. You sneak out and eat so much bread that you actually die.
Oh wait, that's actually in the actual wiki.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? That's funny.
Yeah.
And then the last one, you try to kill yourself first by drinking like soap to clean yourself or something.
That's something like
Dishwashing liquid.
Yeah, and then then you see all the guards as toast, and you fight them.
Well, no. You're trying to fix yourself because you feel like there's breadcrumbs inside of you. So the guards won't give you anything to help fix or get the breadcrumbs out. So you start fighting back, and all of them are fighting you, and you're fighting all of them off, and then you finally get your hand on a screwdriver to open up yourself because you're a toaster.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just cut open your abdomen and just die.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, previously before that one started, you had to go down an elevator and then into a secret room. So after the SCP is done, the lady who's talking to you says, you have a choice. You can go to the red door and leave SCP, never come back, or go to the blue door and continue on. So if you go to the red door, you just see the toaster in there, and it's implied that you die.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just the toaster's in that room, and then it ends.
And then you're just sent back to the table, and it says, "Oh, there's another thing. There's another choice you could do, and you can go through the blue door." So
I honestly missed whatever happened in the blue ending. I blinked and I missed it.
Okay, so apparently, I'm pretty sure this is you're actually a high tier in SCP.
05.
What is it?
05.
What?
You're an 05.
05. You're very
Is it called
quiet,
like a
Ben.
Mega 05 or something?
No, it's just an 05.
But yeah, basically you're a higher up that lost his memories or something. And they were trying to test you.
Wait, were you the guy that they were referring to at the start? Like the other MIT guy?
I think so.
Because it was some sort of big reveal, but I didn't even catch.
It wasn't that great of a reveal, to be honest.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be this big reveal where you're like, oh, you're actually this guy who lost his memories or whatever. So I'm thinking was there something that I missed during the gameplay where that was supposed to be a huge reveal?
Maybe you were the boss of all those people, and you were kind of
The Arthur guy or something?
no.
Chuck.
I mean,
Chuck.
No, I don't know if you were the boss, but I do find they talked about the MIT guy that disappeared. That's kind of odd because if you're supposed to be a high level person, why would you be an archivist?
Yeah.
That seems like a low level job.
There's only 13 05s though throughout the entirety of SCP.
Oh. 13?
Yeah, compared to the
So
entire
you're
facility.
really high up.
huh.
So what are they in relation to the directors? Are they a couple steps below?
No, they're above everybody.
Oh,
05
really?
And
Above the
they're,
directors?
They're all designated with their numbers. 051, 052, stuff like that.
Huh.
051 is the highest.
Huh.
Is that what the black card is in?
Yeah, it's the 05 card.
In Containment Breach, or not Containment Breach?
It's the highest tier card.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of a twist. It's you're not even a new archiver. You are one of the top people out of the entire foundation.
But they never gave you an explanation to why you lost your memory.
I mean, there
Yeah.
might have been one hidden.
Maybe.
Well,
but
the way they did the beginning and the secondary ending, or the bad ending, quote unquote, with that the letters, or what is it? The actual white background with you have to read.
oh, it was so slow.
It was I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't fit very well. It didn't work.
It was also really slow as it was being written. It was just kind of going across the screen. And even though I was holding the button that makes it faster, it was still slow.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like how they kind of made it to where the game is you are this person in this environment, but then you go into different SCPs and then everything changes, the graphical style and the gameplay style.
Because I was thinking how else would they have done multiple SCP stories in one? Unless it was just a menu where you select the SCP. But I they kind of tied it all together.
Yeah.
And they did give it room for expansion. because if you go to the menu and you can click on all the SCPs to replay them, there are 5 more that are blanked out.
Oh,
and
cool.
you can't play them yet. So I'm assuming they're going to add some in the future.
I'll probably go back and play them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they take
a,
feedback.
If they add a way to play individual
Yeah.
instead of like having to replay the whole game again.
Yeah, I like that. So let's quickly go over the bad parts and then the good parts, because I don't want to bash on the game all that much, because it is kind of a passion project and I can see it.
Yeah.
But I gotta say the storybook one, that just wasn't it.
No.
Nope.
Sorry,
It
that
was
just is awful.
too tedious. I mean, maybe people enjoyed the art. Maybe people liked the story, but I didn't like the kid. The kid was annoying.
The kid was annoying. I didn't care about his penny whistle.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this is on. Here, let your like 2-year-old sit in the chair while
Yeah, it was very weird. It was
while
like
you
very
just let them watch it.
It was very old fashioned online web based game. Like,
yeah.
The weird thing is, the games we used to play in kindergarten were more interesting. They had more going on than that.
Burn Rubber 4.
We never played that in kindergarten.
I know. I'm just being
We played like
sarcastic.
that weird schoolhouse game, like kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
Jumpstart. Yeah. But
Let's
it was
play dot to dot.
no Mr. Potato Head game.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, it was like very little kiddish.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it, even the gameplay sections.
Yeah.
Because you didn't do a whole lot.
honestly, I think that if that was omitted, I probably would have enjoyed the game much more.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Me
even
too.
thinking about it, like that might be just the one issue that I have with the game, was that, because that made it too long.
I didn't like some of the audio. First of all, it was very loud, and the volume sliders didn't work.
Yeah.
So I had to go to the mixer to turn it down. But then a lot of the sounds were weird. Like walking down the hallways,
Yeah.
it didn't sound like footsteps.
Yeah.
It was like, "Boing."
There was a lot of
Every
corners that
single
were
time.
cut. Like, did you guys there was this one sequence where you were typing, and I'm talking typing for like 20 minutes. Like, there were some things in between. I can't remember which section it was, but it was the same audio clip repeated over and over. So it'd be like over and over and over, and it was driving me crazy. But there was a lot of like corners that were cut with little. I feel like they thought like, oh, it's like a little thing, so it doesn't matter, but it does.
Audio is a big part of games.
Yeah, it matters. But-
Especially this type of game.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think it was that hard to get a footstep noise, though.
No, I know. That was so weird. Even Zevi was like, what's up with the footsteps? Like, it's not that hard to get a footstep right.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Just record someone walking, and there you go.
Yeah. It was weird. It was like, it didn't even sound like a footstep. It was super strange.
It's like someone tapping on a table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like some of the music. I don't remember all the music, but I remember when you're in 053's head or consciousness. I like the music when you're like in that like the carousel part or whatever.
Oh,
I don't remember it, actually.
The music was cool. I liked it.
I like the start and end music.
Yeah, exactly. The intro music was pretty sick.
That got me so excited for the game. Like the intro of like, you were talking about it before, but like
Yeah.
going down the elevator, seeing all the
Or
SCPs.
the city with the SCP logo like coming out in red from underneath the ground.
That was
type
pretty
of
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick too.
But I think the only bad things are like some of the corners that were cut with the audio.
I do wish it was a bit more horror-y.
Yeah, same.
It definitely needs more horror.
Horror.
Yeah. Horror-y. What was I going to say? The dialogue was awkward sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the writing is an issue with that, but I feel like it's some of the voice actors. I mean, obviously
Well, the voice actors weren't the best either.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, the writing was a big part of it.
Yeah.
that is true.
I think main issues were also the repetition, like how they made you do tasks over and over just for the sake of like making the game longer. I think that was another corner that was cut that I think
One of the Steam reviews I saw was that they said show, don't tell, but the game does the opposite and tells you everything and doesn't really show you all that
Yeah.
much. And that was one of the biggest issues with it.
That makes sense, actually.
Because if you think about
Yeah.
it, like they tell you everything in the background dialogue and you're just watching whatever's going on.
Yeah, do you remember? I even said something about this, like at the start, where near the start of the game, like after the first day, you do the first SCP project or whatever, and then it says like, oh, me and some of the coworkers went out and we jumped off like a waterfall or something like that. And I don't know, I was so confused, but I was like, I want to see that. I think that was a reference to like some of his memories coming back or something. I don't really know, but they did do a lot of that, like where there's dialogue and they didn't show you.
Yeah. So for a graphic novel, I don't think it was written very well. Because the point of a graphic novel is that you see what's going on. Because you don't need to have every little detail explained in writing or verbal dialogue.
And at that point, I didn't want to read. I kind of wanted to experience.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one thing that like an SCP game should do though. Like these are these crazy stories that the community makes up in writing, but we want to see them visually.
Yeah, I do love reading actual SCPs.
Yeah.
But I play a game, so I don't have to read it. Because I could go on the website and read it anytime I wanted.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that in visual form. The stuff that you've been imagining in your head and writing actually portrayed on screen for the first time.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know most of those SCPs, except for the toaster and the dragon one.
knew the
I
toaster.
didn't know any of them.
I knew the toaster one because it was so
caught up
weird.
with
I
SCP
have no
lore.
idea if that desert one was even real.
Was that Ben?
The desert one.
The desert one?
I'm pretty sure it is. I think I've heard about it before.
It probably is, but
I thought that one, it was the desert that was filling up with trash and it was going to overflow reality, so they had D-Class clean it up. I think everything about the whole trash burning thing and the telephone booth, I think that was all added in.
What is
I'm
it?
not sure.
I'm pretty sure, and I think they did it on purpose, but all the SCPs they put in were all Euclids.
No, they weren't. The girl,
the girl
was Keter.
Euclid. No, she was Euclid.
I thought all of them were Euclids.
on the SCP site she's Euclid.
Oh, well, they said she was Keter in the SCP.
What are the levels of danger? Is it?
Safe Euclid Keter.
Oh, Euclid is
Middle?
Okay, Keter is world ending, right?
Yes.
Euclid is like they'll kill
It's
you.
dangerous, but it's not gonna do that much damage to the world.
So Keter is like literally can destroy the world.
Yes.
She's a Keter.
Yeah, in the
In the
game
game
anyway.
she is, yeah.
I just remember that specifically because I mentioned it. They mentioned the blob guy towards the beginning, and I was hoping we'd
999.
see him.
Blob guy?
Is it 099?
It's 999, I think.
Or 999? Yeah, the little guy who like that you tickle him or something.
Oh
and
yeah, they said he walks around the facility.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, towards the
Yeah.
beginning they're like, no interacting with 999 during work hours or something like that.
Oh, he's a little blob.
Yeah, a little squishy guy. He walks around. He's safe, so he walks around the offices and people like him.
He's friendly to
tickle him.
everyone.
And I think in one of the SCP lores, he ends up sacrificing himself against a Keter.
What?
Yeah, but he saves the world.
That SCP, well, literally, if you're in the presence of it, it just makes you happy.
Yeah.
They literally put it against the dog that's invincible, and it literally made it happy.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys ever see the storybook SCP?
Which one?
I think it was like, man, I gotta remember, but it was a really wholesome one. It was like the storybook where the guy kept going into the storybook, and he experienced like all these. Well, actually, it wasn't wholesome. I don't think, but it kind of was. He like went into there was a story. There's this book, and like one of the people working with it, one of the doctors, kept spending time with the book.
Oh,
And he would get put
remember
into
this.
the book and he would live all these crazy experiences. And then like, but it would be like in minutes in real time, but in the book, it was like years. So he lived this whole life like in the book. And then he came back to reality and he was so disappointed that he killed himself.
Yeah, I remember that
I
one.
think we may have talked about that
Yeah.
on our SCP podcast years ago.
Yeah.
with our special guest
Brian, who literally just redirected all questions to us.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're like, Brian, why don't you explain this? He's like, yeah, well, you know what? Why don't you explain this, Jay?
Like, okay then.
Like, what? Why are you here?
It was pretty funny.
It's making me miss SCP. I haven't read it in a while.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun little universe.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think the game has a lot of merit, though.
Yeah.
I want to say that I like the game, except for that one storybook one.
Yeah, thinking back, I think that one really spoiled the ones after it.
Yeah.
Because I was just annoyed.
Yeah.
Even though I played the other ones on a different day, that middle one really was a slog to get through.
Yeah.
It would have cut the game's time by like 45 minutes.
I would have enjoyed it better
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, that one was just super weak. But I like the graphics for some of them, most of them. I like the gameplay style. I like how that one at the pony station was like Resident Evil-esque. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There is the SCP lore is just so vast, and you could do so much with that.
6,000 something SCPs that are actually listed.
Yeah, like you can make horror games just based on one Euclid or Keter or whatever. Like you can base a whole game off of it. Or you can make like short stories like this game.
Mm-hmm.
But the game had a lot of good to it, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
I just was annoyed.
Yeah, the book part.
Anyone who plays it needs to have really tempered expectations. Like, don't expect anything big and grand or even like extremely polished either.
I mean, all three of us were expecting this to be great.
I thought it was going to be super polished, I'll be honest.
But I mean, obviously, yeah, if you play it, lower your expectations.
Yeah, it's more of an experience. Yeah, you don't really do much. Like, you don't have a gun at any point. You don't have a...
Some of the time you're sitting at a computer, dropping files into this weird like section, but it's not even hard. It's like you just click a red thing.
It's more of an experience than anything else, really.
Yeah.
You're kind of just sitting there and watching. Sometimes you're moving and running and stuff.
It's kind of a letdown for our first October series, but
a little bit. I mean, but I don't want to say that I don't want to say it's bad because...
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying as the series. Like, we want horror games. We want, like...
Yeah, it wasn't super
stuff like that.
horror.
We were hoping that it was going to be more horror-esque, but...
Yeah.
Well, Limbo's the next one, which isn't extremely horror-based.
Kind of creepy.
It is creepy, but it's not, like, jump scare or anything like that. What we'll probably do is do a full Steam Deck one after October.
Yeah.
Because we'll have a full month with it.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to experience a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm excited for the future of SCP games generally, especially after this one. Like, I know we have our letdowns with this one, but if you can think of, like, this is a starting point. I'm excited for the new ones they're adding. Like, as long as they're not storybooks, I'd happily play another one for 2 hours just to play an experience with, SCP, you name it.
Yeah.
Like a horror experience. That's cool. I like that idea. And I think that future games, like if they made a full-fledged 6 to 8 hour game based on one SCP that's just like horrifying with a really good story, we could see a lot more SCP games coming out.
You know what I would love?
What is it? Yeah, you can go.
I would love like a Dark Pictures series based on SCP. Not really like the Dark Pictures style
series,
but like kind of an anthology
choose your own
series.
Adventure type of thing.
Well, I'm talking about like a series like that where they come out with a different game like every year, like based off of a different one, but it's all related. They're all like in the same universe. Because I sometimes wish that there was an established canon with SCPs because people can kind of do whatever they want. But it would be cool if like every once in a while a new one comes out and we could play it and look forward to the next one and like.
But they're all related in like the same universe.
Yeah, so there are established characters across the SCPs.
What is it? What I was gonna say before is I kind of wish that all these companies, these SCP people or all these people that are making SCP games, I kind of wish they'd all collab. Because there's a lot of SCP games, and if they can all collab and input into one singular game that's either like SCP Secret Files, but what like a more like playable experience, or just like a game, like a singular game, just that's long that a lot of people can get into.
I had that thought a few minutes ago, but then I was thinking about like the whole beauty of SCP is that anyone can write whatever they want, and it's just creative. It's like a creative project for anyone. So like having everyone agree on one single canon or one single like storyline kind of like not ruins it, but kind of like misses the point of SCP.
Gets rid of the mystery of it.
I think there could be multiple established canons.
Yeah.
Like this SCP file or Secret Files, they will establish their own canon within the SCP universe. And I think that's kind of what they're doing because there's at least 5 more stories that are going to be coming to the game. So they'll have their own canon. But then, the SCP pandemic people, they're going to establish their own canon or whatever, which I don't even know what they're doing. I can't even remember what the game's about.
What is it, Pandemic?
It was about one SCP.
But there's a bunch.
Well, it was about one, but there are several in there and references to other ones in there.
I'm just excited though, because if you think about it, we are a lot further in SCP game development than we've ever been before. Like the first ever really huge SCP game was Secret Laboratory, and even that
That was
like
Containment Breach first.
oh,
Containment Breach started it, basically.
Containment Breach, yeah, and then Secret Laboratory, and then now we're having full-fledged single-player games that are actually pretty decent, aside from that one storybook one that are coming out now. So who knows? Like we may have a Resident Evil type SCP game coming out soon.
Yeah.
And I think it'll always be up to independent developers rather than big companies.
No, they would ruin it.
They would. And they would put like microtransactions and stupid stuff in there.
Gun
Imagine
skins. And you can skin out your SCPs.
SCP War Battle Royale.
Yeah.
They have like
Anime peanut skin.
yeah, they have the
Oh.
characters doing Fortnite dances,
Yep.
like the SCPs. It'd be so weird.
Yeah, we can't let their grubby hands get on it.
Yeah.
But-
I don't think it ever will, because
No,
it would be
they'd want control. They want copyright,
yeah.
and they can't have it.
That's why they haven't gone into it.
But I mean, it's not bad.
that's-
Not bad. Not
yeah.
a bad start to the series, I guess. I mean, it's not as like, we're not as happy or on board with it. But
It's not even October yet, so
that's true.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
true.
fine.
It's a
Still have all of
couple
October.
intro, like we
And
extending it.
I forget all the games we're playing, but if there are any other suggestions, like maybe Evil Within or another one, maybe more
I've played
horror.
Evil Within, and I would
Yeah.
recommend playing it.
Because I
You
mean,
guys-
we
you
have a
guys play
few,
it.
but I wouldn't mind swapping one out for like a more traditional horror experience. Well, we have
Yeah.
what's that one that we're playing? Not Visage. It's,
Scorn?
no, the other one that you said. It's like the actual horror. Like it's like a horror game. What is it? It's It's not Visage. Actually, we might have it here.
Layers of Fear.
They're
No, we're
making
not playing
a
Layers of
multi.
Fear. Made of Skyer.
Oh, Made of Scare.
That
It's
one's like a
SKER. I don't.
SKER.
Yeah, skirt.
They're literally making
But
a
I forgot.
multiplayer.
Apparently Skur is like a European word. I don't know what it means, but
Ben, what was that?
They're literally making a multiplayer survival game set in the Infinite IKEA.
really?
What?
Yeah,
That sounds fun.
How's it gonna be infinite?
I don't know.
They probably just generate. Actually, yeah, I don't know.
It's literally, and there's the massive creatures too, like everywhere.
They weren't
So
massive
weird.
though. They were just the IKEA workers.
What?
I mean, they're all
you don't know the
deformed.
Infinite
I mean,
IKEA?
I've heard of it.
They're all deformed.
It's a joke one, but a lot of people really like it.
Isn't it
Pretty
like
sure
you
this-
die in there or something? Or it's like
Like you go to IKEA and you get lost, and you actually are transported to this SCP that's an infinite IKEA, and there's a ton of survivors in there, and they've like used the furniture to create civilizations.
what?
And
have
every
an
night they
entire
have
city.
to battle the IKEA workers.
That's awesome. That's like the back rooms.
The back rooms.
Kinda, yeah.
The back
Yeah,
rooms
yeah,
is
a little bit.
scary.
Yeah.
It's a
There is
scary
actually this
idea.
YouTube series.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
Yeah,
That
he did it
guy.
really well.
I think he's still making some.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that guy made it in Blender.
I don't know, but it's really good.
It's really
yeah, you
good.
wouldn't
I
even
think I know
know
what you're
it's
talking about.
3D rendered sometimes.
The guy is 16.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I actually want to say this because I want to shout him out. Shout out. Oh, Kane Pixels. That's his name on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I'm pretty sure that guy does make it in Blender.
Oh, there's more that I haven't seen. Yeah, he made this whole backroom series that's like connected to this whole story.
It's crazy good.
Insane. Highly recommended. That would be an interesting. Well, they have made games, but they're kind of meme-ish. I don't know how that would.
There's
build
only
that out.
one that's been relatively
I've played
popular.
one, a demo for one, and it was weird. Wasn't that great?
So yeah, I don't know. Anything else? Oh, we have the sour candy.
Yeah.
Or actually, we have it here. So. All right, let me close my laptop. So we have 2 sour candies.
So kind of big.
This black bag is actually scaring me. Like, I don't know why it's in a
do
straight
they
up.
Look like.
They're called Barnett's Mega Sour Raspberries.
huh?
Or they're not raspberry. they're
Mega
raspberry.
Sager.
Wait.
Sour.
The candy that we
Wait,
have
I
in
don't know what Sager was.
So the candy we have in the bowl is smog balls.
Those are good.
These are
Oh,
the
I
ones
forgot
we-
they're called that.
We had them for our weird candy day.
We got to do that again.
Yeah, we can do a part 2.
So this was kind of last minute because I was like, oh man, we should do a sour thing. So I ordered these grenade sour things. They're called Sour Blasts.
What?
And then these sour balls. What do you guys want to try first?
We can do the sour balls.
These sour balls.
Are they hard or are they soft?
I don't know.
This looks weird. Are they chewy? Oh,
I don't know.
They feel hard.
are they all blue?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
You want to try one?
No, I know what those are. I don't want to try one.
Oh no. I don't. I mean, I just
I'm
bought
scared
them because
now.
they're sour.
Oh no.
Ready? Okay.
Whoa.
These are really. These are really sour.
My mouth. It hurts.
Whoa.
I'm not even joking. My mouth hurts. How are you chewing it? Oh,
It's
please.
not as bad as I expected it to be.
Okay.
It's settling down.
Wow. Is the middle?
You hear that?
What was that?
That was my tooth.
Oh. Please stop.
It's very sour.
Water does not help with these.
That kind of did. Oh.
That is very sour, I gotta say. That's like sour heads on steroids.
I think sour heads are sour.
No, these
No.
are worse. These are worse.
There's no way.
Trust me, these are worse.
heads.
No, that physically made my face like.
You mean warheads?
My mouth
No,
hurts.
it was really sour when I first did it, but then I started biting into it and it got better.
Because you ate it all really fast.
What, Ben?
Warheads or sour heads?
They are sour.
These are more sour than warheads.
Try one, Ben.
Kill, put 3 in
Nah.
your mouth.
I want you to try one,
Ben,
Ben.
come try it. Tell me that warheads are sour, more sour.
I hate warheads.
These are
I've
more
had
sour.
warheads, and they're not as
Kill,
bad.
you have to put 3 or 4 of them in your mouth at once.
No. Okay.
That might actually make your tongue bleed.
Yeah.
The flakes on these. Look how big those flakes are. That's huge.
Those are big chunks right
yeah.
there.
It's literally just dipped in what is it called? Acidic or
Citric acid.
Citric acid.
Now that I've gotten to
Do it,
the
Ben.
citric acid off, it's not
Don't
that
just
bad.
lick it. Just pop it in.
Don't swallow it. You gotta turn towards the camera, Ben.
Why is this looking at the
You
camera?
gotta see his face.
Come on. That's sour. That's real sour.
Oh.
You gotta have Elena try one.
I mean, they're good, but
Now they're good. They weren't good when they were just straight up sour.
all right. Yeah, so these are sour. If you're looking for something pretty sour, the Barnett's Mega Sour Raspberry, 250 gram.
I don't know if that's a lot or not.
I don't know.
May need to remove and then replace cap. So wait, you pull this out?
The grenade pin.
Wait, did you chew it?
I did, yeah.
I chewed it too.
I don't usually chew candies. Oh, that's actually not that hard.
How does this work?
I don't know. I think you pull the pin, the grenade pin.
The pin doesn't come out. It doesn't feel like it comes out. You just squeeze it?
Wait.
This is weird.
I don't know.
May
We're
need to
trying to
remove and then replace cap to start liquid flow.
How do you remove it?
I don't know. Oh,
And
I just
then-
pulled the pin.
Really? Oh.
That's not sour. That is not sour. Wait, let me try that one.
You replaced it with liquid butt.
Ew.
Ugh. The blue one's gross.
This one is better. The blue one is nasty.
It's just like Jolly Rancher.
The blue one is like spraying liquid foot in your mouth.
Ew. What is that?
That's
Ugh.
disgusting.
That one's actually good.
Well, I like this one.
Wait, I want to see that one.
I see they're red.
The green one's the best. These aren't very sour.
They're not sour at all.
Yeah, that's good. But
The blue
still,
one,
like,
These taste like liquid Jolly Ranchers.
okay, but who would buy this? Like, what
don't know.
audience?
well, imagine just like having this on your desk.
Yeah, like when you
on your
casually
computer,
spray
you're
it.
like, oh, I gotta get my daily dose of sour, disgusting, weird stuff.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Sour, disgusting, weird stuff.
This is one of those novelty things that kids would want their parents to buy them because it looks like a grenade.
Yeah.
Why is the candy in the center foaming?
What?
Huh?
I'm like sucking on it and it's literally foaming.
Are you foaming at the mouth in there, Ben?
I kind of want another one of these.
I don't know.
Actually, I want to.
I think I'm all good for now. I chewed it and now it's stuck in my teeth. I'm gonna do 2. 2. All right, pop those bad boys in. How are you not reacting to that? It can literally make your tongue bleed. A lot of weird noises.
There we go. It's so sour.
Don't kill yourself. I don't know how much is bad for you.
It's literally just caked on citric acid.
Don't die. Are you regretting your life choices right now?
It's making my throat taste gross.
Your throat tastes gross?
Your face is so red. How can you stand that?
It's going away.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. They literally just caked it on the citric acid.
They're actually really good once you get the citric acid off.
Yeah, they really are. What is that face?
Are your cheeks bleeding?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Not a bad podcast.
Why'd you throw that?
I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So Limbo next week. I'm excited. Kick off to our Halloween or our October
Why are you
series.
staring at me? I look over and he's staring.
Oh no, you're just like
I'm trying to look everywhere but
Being
you.
an NPC.
Yeah.
hello.
And he's got the balls in his mouth.
Wait.
Yep.
The face. All right.
Okay.
Audio listeners, you need to tune into the video just to see his face.
Seriously. Swap to Spotify if you're not on it, or YouTube. All right. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.